The City of Cupertino presents Meet the Candidates. This is your opportunity to meet all 8 candidates running for Cupertino City Council. The 8 candidates are Liang-Fang Chao, Tim Gorsulowsky, Orrin Mahoney, Darcy Paul, Tara Sreekrishnan, Savita Vaidhyanathan, Hung Wei, and Jon Robert Willey. And now, City Council candidate Liang-Fang Chao.
Are you frustrated with traffic? Are you frustrated with the direction the city is going? Are you one of those people who have attended countless city meetings, but you were ignored again and again? It's time we are in control. It's time we elect council members who would actually listen and follow through. So I have decided to run for Cupertino City Council for you. I'm Liang-Fang Chao. I have lived in Cupertino for over 20 years, where our children attend public schools. As a school board member, I have brought critical, positive changes to solve problems. I have worked to restore trust and replace a superintendent. Now I wish to address vital Cupertino issues. Cupertino is at a critical crossroads. Unbalanced growth impacts our quality of life. Loss of retail forces us to shop out of town. Poor planning burdens public safety, schools, parks, and infrastructure. Environmental and traffic problems affect our health. More than ever, we need council members who believe in grassroots democracy. We need to ask tough questions to keep the developers and polluters accountable because we are impacted the most. I will seek long-term solutions for Lehigh Cement so that the city is in control. I will create an environment for local businesses to thrive, starting with the true revitalization of Voco Shopping Mall. I will support quality, affordable housing for families, seniors, and people with disabilities, not just tiny, low-quality units. I will advocate for apprenticeship programs for young adults, shuttle buses for seniors and children. As always, you can count on me to be open and accessible for community concerns in either city or school issues. We are in this together. We, the people, should be the drivers of our future, our home, our city. Join me in this campaign for a better Cupertino. Vote for Liang-Fang Chao. Vote for your future.
And now, City Council candidate Tim Gorsulowsky.
Hi, I'm Tim Gorsulowsky. As a conservative business leader, I am seeking this Cupertino City Council seat to work hard for the betterment of all the people in Cupertino. I have over 26 years of business experience in our community providing security services in Cupertino and in the Silicon Valley. I understand what it takes to start up a company from scratch and work it all the way up into a multi-million-dollar business. In Cupertino, we have the opportunity within the Silicon Valley to be a well sought-after area to conduct business. This can be accomplished by having the right people in leadership that have the ability and knowledge of how to negotiate with companies to lure them into our city of Cupertino. I have a long history of negotiating with companies and will work hard to present our city as the best choice for conducting business. Ensuring safety in our city is priority one. As a security services provider, I have firsthand knowledge of a lot of the issues that are facing our city in Cupertino, and I'll work with local law enforcement to implement programs to reduce any criminal activity before it becomes an issue. I have had the opportunity over the past 10 years to work with high school career technical education programs. As your councilman, I will promote CTE programs because I truly believe in them, and I'm going to work with our school district to offer the students the ability to have a stronger career foundation upon graduation, and I believe this CTE program will absolutely be a great value to them. Lastly, as a member of a disability advisory committee, I will promote and work with city planners to implement changes and upgrades that are needed to make the city streets compliant and accessible to those with disabilities. And I believe this wholeheartedly, and that's why I've been involved in it so many years. I would be honored to have your vote and will work hard to make your vote the right choice. Thank you.
And now City Council candidate Orrin Mahoney.
Hi, my name is Orrin Mahoney, and I had the honor and privilege of serving on the City Council and being your mayor a few years ago. I'm running again now to help create a council that will collaboratively work together to achieve progress on Cupertino's key issues. First, balanced development. The Bay Area has a serious housing crisis, with many people being completely priced out of the housing market. This includes our teachers, key to maintaining Cupertino's strong reputation for its school systems. We need to find ways to selectively add to Cupertino's housing stock while protecting our current single-family neighborhoods' look and feel. Second, improve transportation. Traffic is the biggest challenge for the city of Cupertino. We need fresh approaches to this problem. While there are some short-term actions like better bike paths and intelligent traffic signals, we need a long-term plan encompassing a future fleet of autonomous vehicles that can maintain the convenience of the single-occupancy car while possibly connecting up virtually to provide the transit benefits of a bus or train. Third, preserving and enhancing our parks and open space. Our parks and open space set us apart from most other Silicon Valley cities. We need to complete the city's park master plan, add enhanced amenities in Memorial Park, and maintain and extend our great trail system. Finally, if elected, you get proven performance. While I was on the City Council before, the Council worked together and added significant improvements to the city, including trail and recreational facilities such as the Mary Avenue Bicycle and Pedestrian Bridge and the Blackberry Farm and Stevens Creek Trail renovation. Shopping centers were modernized and a thriving community gathering place was established with the Main Street project. And finally, the Apple Park campus was approved, providing for Cupertino's long-term economic security with direct and indirect fiscal benefits. Proven performance. That's why former mayors Barry Chang, Savita Vaidhyanathan, Richard Lowenthal, Dolly Sandoval, neighboring city mayors, local leaders, and educators are all offering me their broad-based support. I hope I can count on your support as well on November 6th. Thank you.
And now City Council candidate Darcy Paul.
Hi, I'm Mayor Darcy Paul of the City of Cupertino, and I'm asking for your vote for my re-election to the City Council. 4 years ago when I was elected, I cast the lone vote against an allocation of 2 million square feet of office space at the Valco Mall site because it was an uncritical rubber stamp on a request that would simply place too many pressures upon our current infrastructure. Last year, in October of 2017, I asked our council to consider pulling back that allocation due to the potential effects of the new state housing laws that were to take effect at the beginning of 2018. At the time, I was attacked and ridiculed with statements to the effect that never would such an eventuality happen where the density scenarios I was describing would materialize. Of course, we all know what happened afterward. We have now been subjected to a plan that removes local control and is imbalanced between jobs and housing, exacerbating the problem. A state law purporting to help alleviate the housing crisis is being invoked, and if built, the project would make the imbalance between jobs and housing, in the longer run, worse. I use my time to tell you this because we need people on council who are smart and brave enough to think clearly through issues and to stand up to special interests. But that's really not enough. We need people who have a proven track record of getting along with others and working to ensure that we do well. I do my homework. I take meetings with stakeholders. I push for reason and honesty, and I respond to residential concerns. If you have ever reached out to the City Council, you know that I do the work of follow-up and obtaining results. I will keep up my efforts on council these past 4 years and as mayor this year to push for fiscal responsibility and to create an environment of inclusion, accountability, and honesty. I ask for your support to bring forward sound thinking and real community benefits like the volunteer fair that I brought back to our community earlier this year. I ask for your support in expanding our library so that we have sufficient programming space for the many and very popular programs there. I ask for your support to help us, in a sincere and effective manner, address the park-deficient areas of Cupertino. Let us fix our transit problems without having to be subjected to forced densities. Let us treat each other and those who volunteer their time and passions to our community in a decent and honest manner. My campaign website is darcypaul.org. Please vote for me, Mayor Darcy Paul, for re-election to the Cupertino City Council. Thank you very much for your support.
And now City Council candidate Tara Sreekrishnan.
Hi, I'm Tara. I'm a City Council staffer, community organizer, advocate for open space and clean energy, and a proud lifelong resident of Cupertino. I'm running for Cupertino City Council because I know how to navigate red tape in order to create real change. And I know that real change happens at the local grassroots level. As a community organizer, I've worked on campaigns and causes here in Cupertino and around the Bay Area, bringing together residents and stakeholders. I firmly believe that the involvement of ordinary community members is critical to solving our most pressing issues. As a City Council legislative aide, I've worked through the many obstacles of a city government using public policy and legislation. The policy issues I've worked on include addressing our historic housing crisis, climate change prevention, neighborhood traffic mitigations, city safety improvements, and code enforcement cases, to name a few. I currently serve on the Friends of Deer Hollow Farm Board of Directors and the Silicon Valley Clean Energy Customer Advisory Group, where I am passionate about preserving our local green space and protecting the health of our community. I'll lead with accountability, transparency, and integrity. To tackle traffic, I'll work with city engineers and residents to implement neighborhood traffic calming measures. I'll expand parent carpooling options to all of our schools, bring a free citywide shuttle to Cupertino, and foster long-term connections to regional county transit systems. To build our resiliency to climate change, I'll expand recycled water programs throughout city medians, public parks, and property to conserve water. Together, we can preserve the qualities of our past that make Cupertino so special, and proactively plan for our future with forethought to ensure complete communities without sacrificing our quality of life. Strong schools, safe neighborhoods, thriving retail, and affordable housing opportunities for our teachers, public service employees, and aging population. For me, the needs of the residents of Cupertino will always come first, not for-profit developers or special interests. I want to ensure that city decisions and development approvals meet the needs of our community and reflect the values and vision of our residents. My decisions will be thoughtful, data-driven, and rooted in sound fiscal policy. Vote for me to invest in the future of Cupertino. Thank you.
And now City Council candidate Savita Vaidhyanathan.
Hello, my name is Savita Vaidhyanathan. My husband and I chose Cupertino as our home over 20 years ago. We raised our daughter in this unique city and proud that she attended our world-class public schools. For the last 4 years, I've had the special honor of serving on our City Council as mayor in 2017 and as the VTA board member for 5 West Valley cities. In 2014, you elected me to make progress for all of Cupertino. I've listened to you and directed my energies to the needs and values we all share. On transportation, I successfully fought for our fair share of Measure B funding, brought Apple and San Jose to the table to work on traffic relief. I spearheaded the effort to launch POGO, a ride-sharing program for high school students. On seniors, I led in the permitting of affordable senior housing, which is now under construction, and I coordinated a multiple agency effort to launch RIDE, a curb-to-curb transportation service. On environment, I supported the formation of Silicon Valley Clean Energy, offering carbon-free electricity for all, and I advocated for more open spaces and trails. With Lehigh, we made significant progress on noise abatement and air pollution. By fostering public conversations, I've pressed to create real housing solutions in our community for people of all ages, abilities, and income levels so our families can remain together and we can make room for our teachers and service workers. As we look at 2018 and beyond, our needs are these: transportation, housing, environment, and seniors. I have momentum working on these areas over the last 4 years and will continue to drive positive change. These issues transcend city boundaries and require working with our regional neighbors and partners. Elected officials in our region trust me and are willing to work with me Through the Valco development process, I will remain an independent, forward-thinking voice, pushing for community involvement and input to create something beneficial for all. A mix of affordable and market-rate housing, funding for our schools, support for a transit hub, and shuttles within the city and to mass transit like Caltrain. I'd be honored to have your vote so we continue to keep Cupertino unique and relevant. Re-elect me, Savita Vaidhyanathan, number 3 on the ballot. Thank you.
And now City Council candidate Hung Wei.
Hi, I'm Hung Wei. I'm running for Cupertino City Council because our city needs a strong voice to represent residents who desire to move Cupertino forward. Our top priority now is to rejuvenate Valco as a spectacular city center that gives residents a place to gather, dine, shop, and celebrate, a place truly worthy of Cupertino. Valco is the perfect location to offer multi-generation living options, including teacher housing. From many years for talking with residents, it's clear that a majority look forward to a vibrant Valco. As your council member, I will make sure that Valco is a beneficial project that makes our schools and city stronger. Residents hold a legitimate concern about traffic congestion. We need innovative solutions, such as the POGO ride-sharing program that I commissioned as a member of the High School Board of Trustees, which is to reduce traffic around our schools. Traffic, however, recognizes no city boundaries. I will build coalitions with neighboring cities and negotiate with Apple to bring resources for frequent and reliable transit to our region. Teacher housing is another one of my top priorities. In a recent survey, 56% of Fremont Union High School district teachers said that they will have to leave the district in the next 6 years due to housing shortage. I will ensure that new developments include moderate income housing for teachers in order to protect the quality of our education. We need to do our part to mitigate climate change and improve the quality of air we breathe. I will seek appointments to the boards of Silicon Valley Clean Energy and the Bay Area Quality Management District. These agencies are helping us make the switch to cleaner energy sources and leading us toward a healthier future. With 11 years of school board experience, I have proven leadership and consensus building skills. That's why all my colleagues on the high school board, regardless of our differences, endorse my candidacy for Cupertino City Council. I also have been endorsed by 11 former Cupertino mayors. Vote Hung Wei on November 6th, and we can build the best Cupertino together.
And now City Council candidate Jon Robert Willey.
My name is Jon Willie, and my wife and I are raising our 3 young children here. Cupertino is our home. Unfortunately, Cupertino is threatened by massive overdevelopment that will increase traffic gridlock, will increase school overcrowding, and further exacerbate the housing affordability crisis. Growth is necessary, but it must be sensible growth, growth in balance with our community and respects the needs and interests of the residents. Traffic gridlock cannot be allowed to completely saturate our roads simply because developers insist on building more huge office buildings. Overcrowded schools cannot be considered normal with enrollments that exceed their intended capacities, with students in portable classrooms on the playground, not temporarily, but permanently. Our area's housing shortage and affordability crisis cannot be allowed to become more outrageous by adding massive office buildings for another 12,000 workers to compete for our limited housing supply. We want Valco revitalized, but there is no city financial need for all these huge office buildings. We need convenient shopping, entertainment, and recreation areas for our nearly 70,000 residents. We need local retail where we buy clothes for our children, buy the essentials for our family, where we take our families for fun. And Valco needs sensible growth housing. I have done research, made many calculations, presented the data during many City Council meetings. I've knocked on many of your doors, letting you know what is happening in our community, and I will continue to do this. I will keep Cupertino the community you sought and you want, not 22-story skyscrapers that the current City Council is facilitating. I believe there is no greater responsibility for an elected official than to represent the residents. That is democracy. I will never waver from serving you, the residents. You have my word. Thank you.
The preceding presentation represents the views of the City Council candidates and does not necessarily reflect the views of the City of Cupertino. Election Tuesday is November 6th. Please vote for the 3 candidates you think are best suited to serve on Cupertino City Council. To view local election-related programming online, please visit the city's website at cupertino.org/election. And keep watching the City Channel, your news source for City Council election programming.